By the time I had reached the age of 16, my parents, after 22 years of marriage, one day decided to get a divorce. I remember the brother dropped me at the steps of a big stone building and told me to go on up the steps and my parents would be waiting for me in the lobby. I remember climbing the steps, seeing a sign on the building that said family court, but I really didn't understand what that meant. My parents were not there, but I was ushered into the back of an immense courtroom where my parents were staying before a judge. I remember distinctly that the judge never looked at me. He never acknowledged I was standing there. He simply read from his papers and said that my parents were getting a divorce. And because I was 16 years of age, I would need to tell the court which parent I chose to live with. I started to cry, so I turned and ran out of the courtroom. Judge called for a 10-minute recess, but by the time my parents got outside, I was gone. My mother never saw me again for about 7 years, and my father never saw me or ever spoke to me. In the mid-1960s, running away was a very popular thing for young people. From the time I was about 13, I made deliveries for my dad in the summer. I knew the city very well, so naturally, I started looking for the same type of work. I'd walk in and apply. So tell me, young man, how old are you? 16. How old are you? I went to work for a small amount of money, a few hours a day, but I soon realized I couldn't support myself on that amount of money. I also realized as long as people believed I was 16 years old, they weren't going to pay me any more money. At 16, I was 6 foot tall. I've always had little gray hair. My friends at school used to say that once a week when we dressed in a suit for mass, I looked more like a teacher. So I decided to lie about my age. In New York, we had a driver's license at 16, so I altered one digit of my date of birth. I was actually born in April of 1948, but I dropped the 4, converted it to a 3, and that made me 26 years old. I walked around applying for the same type of work. People gave me a little more money, a few more hours.